What it do? Dream Team, here we are back with another reaction video. Thanks for coming back to the channel. The race to fix Australia's failed dam. What's going on there in the land down under? How did this dam fail? And what will be the problems coming from this dam failing? We're gonna find that out. Before we do, make sure you guys subscribe, ring notification bell, give the video a thumbs up. Let's do this.
Wherever they're built, dams are pretty critical pieces of infrastructure, but if they go wrong, they can go really, really wrong.
In Russia, a dam collapse has forced thousands to leave their homes.
Now rescue efforts are continuing in Brazil.
Water from the old Cajado Dam washed away houses and cut off a major road.
This is the story of a dam built just 19 years ago that has already been declared doomed and completely unfixable. Now the government is in a race to build a second dam downstream before it suffers a catastrophic collapse. This is Paradise Dam. Built in 2005 at a cost of 240 million Australian dollars, it spans 600 metres across the Burnett River in Queensland. Some 60,000 people live downstream from it. It's a vital source of water for the farms in the region, and it was supposed to stand for more than a century. Only it won't. It's now been deemed one of Australia's largest ever infrastructure failures and will have to be entirely rebuilt a few metres downstream. So, how did it come to this? Once a source of riches, the Burnett River played host to prospectors who travelled here to a town called Paradise to pan for gold and make their fortune in the late 1800s. But by 2003, when construction of the dam began, Paradise had become a ghost town. So it was decided it would be sacrificed and submerged beneath a new man-made lake that would be created behind the dam. The new dam was then named after the old town, but it wasn't long before problems started to emerge.
Uh-oh.
The structure was severely damaged during record-shattering floods in 2013. 23 million Australian dollars was spent to repair the dam wall and it was declared safe. But despite that, concerns remained, and an independent investigation found an additional 10 million Australian dollars worth of safety work had to be carried out. To address these concerns, the wall of the dam was lowered by 5.8 metres in 2020. That reduced the dam's capacity to just 40% of what it should be holding, but it meant there was less risk of catastrophic failure. That, in turn, sparked protests from the farmers who depended on the dam as their source of water. With less water, there's less they can grow. It also puts them at the mercy of Australia's dry climate. You see, dams are especially important for places like Australia, a country that's prone to long and devastating droughts. Water is extremely precious.
I guess there's certain things that I never think about, and like I don't think about like the importance of dams and how pressure water is to like how important these dams are to farmers and those in agriculture, because it's things that I've never like had to think about in a way. So like learning about these things is like really fascinating to me, and it's really interesting. And it's like I can imagine those farmers being upset now when he puts it like that, because it's like, hey, they depended on that dam to produce the water to grow their crops and everything. But if you're cutting down that dam to only be able to hold 40% of the water that it was originally intended to be able to hold, that is huge to those farmers. That is huge to them. And it's just stuff like this, like that I've never had to think about, that I find extremely fascinating when I watch these videos.
Is extremely precious. In 2023, work began on repairing the wall to return it to its original height. That was supposed to be done by raising the height of the existing structure and reinforcing it by buttressing the wall with additional concrete. The state and federal government committed 1.2 billion Australian dollars to the project, far more than the initial $240 million to build the dam in the first place. But these works were eventually scrapped when experts on the site investigating the wall declared it couldn't be mended or reinforced. They discovered concrete in the dam was losing its strength over time. Now, some of the issues with the concrete in the dam were already known and had been known for years. That was related to the bond between the layers of roller-compacted concrete within the structure, the foundations under the secondary spillway, and the risk of erosion immediately downstream of the dam wall. Paradise Dam was actually the first roller-compacted dam built in the country. It's a more cost-effective way of building a dam, and it's done safely throughout the world, but it does use less cement. But while investigating, the dam experts found even more issues with the concrete. Because of a poor concrete mix used in the original dam, which combined a large amount of clay with a small amount of cement content, the dam wall became prone to swelling and contracting with moisture. The porous concrete also caused the cement to leach out, leading to structural weaknesses. When they discovered this, the team of international experts put samples of the concrete through a range of tests, including artificial aging and compressive and stiffness tests. They found the concrete degraded far more quickly than was expected. Now, clearly, a huge project like this is expensive, and balancing the budget is no easy feat.
Yeah.
To keep track of a multi-million-dollar operation, you're going to need to make sure that you're confident with money. If you're keen to brush up on your numeracy skills, you might be interested in today's video sponsor, Brilliant.
I'm gonna skip. I don't usually like watching the sponsors of videos, so I'm gonna go past that. Okay.
Let's get back to the dam video. So, after spending millions of dollars to build and then repair the dam, and then committing $1.2 billion to fix the issue, it was finally decided they would abandon the thing altogether. They determined the only solution now was to rebuild the dam 70 metres further downstream and then partially demolish the original dam structure.
Queensland's troubled Paradise Dam will have to be rebuilt, with thousands of residents downstream told it has too many issues to be repaired.
Needless to say, the farmers were not impressed, nor were the 60,000 people who live further down the river. Now, to reassure everyone, experts say the dam is not in any immediate danger of collapse and may last many more years without any incident. Those experts just don't believe it's going to last the 100 years it's supposed to. In fact, when measured against the more than 900 other publicly recorded roller-compacted concrete dams, Paradise Dam ranks among the very lowest in terms of cement content, which isn't good. Prior to the wall being lowered, the dam was at risk of failure in a 1 in 200 year event, which is what the 2013 flood was. But because of climate change, extreme weather events like these are becoming an increasingly more likely occurrence in Queensland, a state which has seen more than its fair share of record floods and severe storms in recent years.
Paradise Dam has the capacity to hold 300,000 megalitres of water, but now that water level will be reduced to 42%.
Because the wall has been lowered and there's now less water in the reservoir behind it, it's now at risk of failure in a 1 in 5,000 year event. But that still isn't safe enough, and the dam isn't operating as it should. Nor is it storing nearly enough water, and that's going to be a problem in the long summer months ahead.
So how long will it take to build this other dam that they're going to use that they're building downstream? Is my first question. Second question is, how much money are they going to commit to getting that built? The first one they committed $240 million, but then they're going to pay $1.2 billion to fix everything. I would assume that it costs a little bit more than that to rebuild everything and do it correctly this time.
Plans are currently being drawn up and a business case put forward for the second dam. Most likely, the existing dam will stay in place for now and be used as a cofferdam to create a dry and safe working environment during construction, meaning it'll hold back the river while the work begins.
Makes sense.
The new dam will then be built pretty much in the same way that the original one was, only this time we assume with a lot more cement. Now, strangely enough, there is actually a precedent for this, and it's one we've covered in depth before. The Spitterland Dam in Switzerland, which was once one of the tallest in the world, is having a second dam built directly in front of it because of a crack that makes it beyond repair. Only the Swiss dam is nearly a century old, and the cost of building its replacement is just $140 million US. Quite a lot lower than the price tag of $787 million US already pledged to repair Paradise Dam. It's been a turbulent journey for this Australian dam, named after the sunken ghost town it submerged. Unfortunately, it too seems destined for a watery grave. The hope now is that the second Paradise Dam is going to be built in a way that can withstand as many 1 in 5,000 year events as the Queensland weather can throw at it. This video was sponsored by Brilliant. You can learn more about that at the link below. Don't forget that we're inspiring the next generation.
So that's pretty awesome, man. It's gonna cost a lot of money, and that sucks because, Jesus, I mean, anytime stuff costs a lot of money, that sucks. It's a burden, like to taxpayers and everything. But it sounds like they're gonna do it right this time. Do it right the first time, wouldn't have to deal with this problem. But since it wasn't done right, gonna do it right this time. Not gonna try to do it cheaper. Gonna put the right amount of cement. Gonna make everything correctly. And it should last at least a century, I believe, and it should survive 1 in 5,000 events, which are occurring more and more these days due to the change of climate. But hopefully the dam holds long enough for them to be able to build the next dam. And hopefully they're able to produce more water for those farmers and those that are in agriculture, and just keep those living downstream of the dam safe. Prayers out to Australia. I hope everything goes perfectly. That's all we have, though. Make sure you guys subscribe, ring notification bell, get a video a thumbs up. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check this one out. It's your boy Neal. Out.